Welcome everybody. It's been a little bit. I spent part of my August actually in Saskatchewan, and super busy out there. I'm out there to get work done. I don't have time for fishing or anything, so it's been a minute, guys. But just the other day I was wandering through the stores, and of course, you know, you got to hit the fishing section every time. It's just the way it is. I can't not do it. I'm an addict, right? So anyway, I was walking through, and what did I find? Their fishing rods were 50% off. They only had 3 types of rods. They had 2 different ugly sticks and 1 Abu Garcia. So I ended up grabbing an ugly stick gx2 medium weight spinning rod, and it is 5 foot 6 inches long. See right there. Comes with a Shakespeare reel. I think it's a balanced rotor, 1 bearing system. I put on a 30-pound braid line, made myself a 60-pound monofilament leader with a Texas rig on it. So I'm just gonna give this a try, see what it's like. It was a really good deal, so you know, I just brought some soft plastics. I've been dying for a new finesse rod, so we'll just see how this works out. Ooh, look at all these baby fish. Look at them, a whole bunch all around here. The algae is getting really thick. The bloom is awful, awful, awful. If I were to take you over to the other side, there's a lot of scummy algae right on the surface. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get this loaded up into my chesty and get some soft plastic put onto this Texas rig, and we'll see what's going on. All right, just gonna rig up this little stick bait. It's from Hoax Fish. Never used it before. Let's give this a reel up. It's a light rod. Check my drag. That should be good. That should be good. I can always tighten it up if I need to. First cast with the new rod. Impressions. Wow, it cast pretty good, being I just did that one-handed and took my time with it. Didn't put any real pep behind it. I chose finesse fishing. Just I could run the Texas rig and not worry so much about snagging weeds and stuff. I still stand a chance of getting the weeds to hit my because I used a double uni knot to put my leader on. So I still stand a chance of getting the weeds stuck into that leader knot. Interesting. Ooh, holy moly. Not a stable rock at all. Let's give that another toss. A little farther out this time. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a pike belly floating out there. It's been really droughty. This is not exactly where I wanted to be fishing right now. I got back from Saskatchewan and looked at my emails, and what do I find? The first thing I find, where I wanted to go fishing, the couple of places I wanted to go are they're going through time of day closures because of the heat and the drought. Of course, they don't want the fish to get too stressed. So the places I wanted to go, it takes me a while to get there. By the time I can get there in a day, I find that I found that I wouldn't have any time to fish, because of course I only got so much time in a day, right? So I'm pretty okay with time of day closures. All right, my Texas rig is still good. I thought I felt a bump, so I'm just checking for any toothy marks, but I do not have any. A little farther again. It's got a half decent little cast for being only 5 foot 6. So that's cool. Mind you, that's oh no. Pretty solid soft plastic too. It's got to be the fattest kind of stick bait worm I've ever put onto a rig. I got to check my rig again because I think I had a nibble, but I'll finish working it back in. Maybe even turn up that drag just a little bit. Because when I tried to do the hook set, it did the old zip. I haven't had a chance to go fishing in 2 weeks, everybody. 2 weeks. You know what? That is not good for a guy that's as addicted to it as I am. Let's take a look at this. Still text-posed for the most part. Don't see any tooth marks. It must have been just a chunk of weed that I bumped into. Big chunk of weed. We'll try 1 or 2 more casts from this spot and move to another. I don't have very long today because of course I did just get back from Saskatchewan, so I'm still working on my trailer and getting it all cleaned up and put back together. And that way I'm ready to go for another trip. Gonna do some more camping in September here. Feels fairly sensitive. I can feel quite well when it's bumping the weeds and stuff. Like I said, it tricked me at one point. I thought maybe I'd got a nibble, but that wasn't it. It was a weed that I hit. Try cast that way a little bit more. Now, I almost always run 30-pound braid on my fishing rods, and then I just I'll swap out my leader according to what I'm fishing for. Pike, I always, oh, there we go. Oh no, and he got off. But I did have a bite, guys. I did have a bite for just a second. Let's see what this soft plastic looks like. Huh. Weird. I know I had a nibble. I could feel him tug back when I gave it a little tug, but it didn't leave any teeth marks that I could spot. We'll try that roughly again. There. It's coming back nice and clean from these weeds. That makes me happy. I'm gonna try one more cast out that way and then we'll move to a different spot. Is this gross, slimy algae bloom? It's just yuck. Don't want to touch that at all. Yuck. Anywho, I'm gonna scooch over just down the point the slightest bit. My soft plastics I brought. Because at least I got a little bit of somewhat clear water I can work with here. We'll try a couple quick casts from here. Gotta say, I like the feel of this rod. It feels really nice in the hand. It's nice and light feeling. You can cast it all day. I feel with this rod I could probably do a nice weightless presentation too. Like I said, it's got a nicer cast to it than I expected for being only 5'6", you know, because of course a longer rod is you get a longer cast. So this guy's almost well, it is a foot shorter than my other finesse rod. Gonna try a different spot. Alright, try casting from the shade for a few minutes, cool off a touch before I head to the next spot. Let's try, hey, why not? Let's try this Biwa War Axe creature bait. Now, is there any difference between the two sides? A little bit. Nice. That should get bit. All my appendages are good. That should get bit. Something a little different. Little paddly taily. Little flash from the sparkle. What's the color of this one called? War Axe Hyper Action Craw. And its color is Okeechobee. It's a 4-inch. 4-inch stick or 4-inch creature bait. Okeechobee. Let's see. Never used it before, so why not? I brought a few baits that I've never bothered tying on before. Seems to have a pretty okay action. Lots of motion from it. Make sure we're not bunching up funny or anything. Yeah, she's running clean. She is running clean. The reel feels nice and smooth on this. Kind of surprising for a one bearing system, but alright, so I'll try it with this little guy here. Why not? He's got a nice little tail. Should have tons of action. Just the tiniest twitch should just make that sucker wiggle in the water. Let's just not even cast it out, but give that a try. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She wiggles like a leech quite well. There's a lot of leeches in this water too, so. And thus you guys will never see me actually get into the water because it is leechy. One of these days I'll bring a little dip net or something with me and see if I can catch any of these little minnows to figure out what they are. Like, are they, you know what I mean? Yeah, I really like the action of this one. It is quite nice. Full of motion. We get out every chance we get. Well, I get out every chance I get. Ooh, I think I felt something bump. Yep. Yep, I got one. Nice. Now we'll see what size. He seems kind of small. Seems kind of small, but fish on. I am doing barbless fishing, so yeah, he can't be that big. He's giving little head shakes and stuff, but he can't be that big. Just taking it easy on him. Not trying to horse him or anything, right? Just a little guy. Just a little guy. Come on over here, buddy. Come on. No, no, no. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Up this way, pal. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Carefully put that rod down. Oh, hey, stop smacking on the rock, you silly. Wow. Can't believe he doesn't want to let go. There it goes. See what we got here, guys. Just a little one, as you can see, but he's not all scarred up. Only spot I see on his face for damage is where I put the hook through. But he's looking all right, eh? Happy little guy. Off you go, buddy. Took it easy on him. Fishing off, or swimming off nice and slow. Good stuff. Well, that's all right. Let's take a look at this soft plastic. Still in great shape, and it even pretty much reseated itself. So take a run with our fingers up our leader. That's still good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I figured that hoax fish stick bait would work, and it did. And I do like the rod, you know, it was a bigger fish than I thought it was. It felt not as heavy on the rod as I was expecting it to, so that's cool. I know I can easily handle a bigger pike. He didn't even pull drag out on me. I took it nice and easy, and just, like I said, didn't horse him in. An hour of video footage, roughly, I'm sure, just to get one fish. You know what? Maybe I'll try this guy. What is this guy? It just says Sematus Baits. Lots of sparkle to it. Why not? Let's give this a couple quick casts. Hopefully my... Boy, that'd work really good for a drop shot. But what the heck? Let's try it with this. Looks like it would be better as a drop shot, but we'll try it with this. My hook might be a little big for it, but a little smaller, a little more subtle. Sometimes during the summer, if you're not getting a bite, you downsize. Kind of like in the winter, you downsize if you're not getting bites. So we'll do one or two casts with this, and then we'll try that contour worm. It's got a little more length, so it'll have a little more action to it. But it's not much bigger than this guy, so. That's nice to know. I'm using I think a number 3 Daiichi hook. I could probably go with like a smaller spear point or something like that on this lure or on this soft plastic, but look at that. Caught one. Just a little guy. Oh, he even pulled drag a little. Ah, look at him jump. Did you see that? Oh, he looks like he's been a little beat up too. We're going to try to be extra careful with him. I see some scarring on his side, so. fishing. Whoa, nice. Did you just tell? No, you didn't throw me. Come on back here. Come back here. I thought he threw the hook. Come on back, buddy. You can always tell when they're about to try to flip or jump. Yeah. Whoa. Do you see the scarring on his dorsals here? I'm just gonna let him go right quick. Like he's had a rough go a couple times. Off you go, buddy. See you later. See how that little guy worked, and he was a different one than the last one I caught, so that's cool. Just a little guy. All right, everybody. That's that bit of fishing. Turns out I really do like this rod, the Ugly Stick GX2 by Shakespeare. It's going to be fairly versatile for me, so I'm pretty pleased about that. Some of the places I go to, it's kind of a tight squeeze trying to get a cast in, and this little guy is going to work perfect. I know it's a youth rod and everything, but I picked it up for those tight spaces, so you know that's it's going to do well, I'm sure, especially for what I'm looking to catch with it. That reel seems like it'll last for a little while anyway. The rod itself, I mean, it is an ugly stick. They are pretty tough rods. It's not quite as sensitive as some of the other rods you might see out there, but it is fairly good. So yeah. All in all, impressions, I like it. I even like the colors, and green happens to be one of my favorite colors. So green and black, I think that looks pretty smart. You know, it reacted well, and it did well taking care of that fish. So, you know, in the comments, guys, if you've ever had one of these, let me know what you think of it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, anytime's a good time to be outdoors and fishing.